For many, your home and auto are two of the biggest investments you'll make. With well-planned coverage from Pekin Insurance, you can rest easy. At Freiberg Insurance in Quincy, they're ready to talk with you about covering the things you care about most: your home, your car, and your family. At Freiberg Insurance, they'll be glad to review your insurance needs and put together a policy that fits you and your budget. Call 217-224-7774 and rest easy knowing you're covered by Pekin Insurance.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
From competitive youth sports to high school and college athletes to fitness enthusiasts, sports injuries can easily put you on the sidelines. Our orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine physicians are here to diagnose and treat your sports injuries should they arise. Every step of your journey matters to us, and when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
If you're a business owner, a lot of things keep you awake at night. Your insurance shouldn't be one of them. With well-planned coverage from Pekin Insurance, you can rest easy. Call Freiberg Insurance in Quincy for a quick insurance review. They'll make sure your business coverage is up to date and thorough. Freiberg Insurance will work with you to put together a policy that fits your business and your budget. Call 217-224-7774 and rest easy knowing you're covered by Pekin Insurance.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
Are you a contractor? If so, listen up. Freiberg Insurance in Quincy, a Pekin insurance partner, is known for providing the best contractor coverage in the area. They've thought of everything, from covering your facilities to protecting your tools and equipment while on the road, and even your employees. Ready to learn more? Call Freiberg Insurance at 217-224-7774 and let them help build a Pekin insurance portfolio that protects your business, your employees, and your livelihood.
At Blessing Health, our podiatrists and podiatric surgeons understand the importance of getting you back on your feet. When you experience foot or ankle pain or injuries, our team of experts is dedicated to restoring your mobility and relieving your pain. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
You know, here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. And you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So you can pick any 2 of those, get a hot fry and a cold drink for only $6.99 here at Hardee's on 30th and Broadway.
That's Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
Freiburg Insurance in Quincy is your local independent Pekin insurance agency. They're part of the community, and no one knows your insurance needs better than your friends and neighbors. Whether it's business, home, auto, or life, Pekin Insurance and Freiburg Insurance are ready to discuss your specific needs in person. Call them at 217-224-7774 and learn why it's always better to talk insurance with friends.
And welcome back to the action. Oh, my goodness, I believe we are here. And for those who have missed Coach Pettit and Coach Wellman, Mr. Wellman, I think we are back here. And sorry, folks, it's a computer mix-up. We had the camera, but we're so glad we had the camera for you. That way you got to watch the action, even though you didn't get to follow it. There's 3:15 left in the third quarter. It's 27-18 right now. And it's Edwardsville with the lead and the basketball. Fast break, down court, off the glass, no good. Ball out of bounds, and it will go to Edwardsville. They are white. Shot was taken there by Sophie Shapiro. So here's where we were at, folks, in the first quarter. Thank you, Coach. Please for joining us there. 10-7, the Devils were down after one. At halftime, down 18-15, and being down 22-18 in the third. The last 5 points have been run off by the Tigers. Kate Metameyer's on the floor. Ball was taken away from her. Oh, that's a nice step move right there. And that was McFarland. Put the ball out in front, step to the basket for the bucket. Inside 3 minutes, lazy pass there, taken away by Simmons.
Turnovers are going to kill you in this game.
Indeed, and of course the Devils forced 25 turnovers the other night on 15 steals. Tonight the Devils are making, and again, you're going from Jacksonville, young team, not as experienced, and you're putting the pressure on them, to a team that's a heck of a team who played Pleasant Plains last night. And that's the issue is, just like we mentioned last year with O'Fallon, big, tall, and lanky. These aren't big, tall, and lanky, but they hit the passing lane so well.
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, they pass the ball well. They don't make mistakes. I mean, I hate to see what the turnover ratio is tonight because Blue Devils have turned the ball over quite a bit.
Indeed. The only time a turnover is good is there on Sunday morning for breakfast. Not good in basketball. Inside 2.5. Devils down by 11. In that 1-2-2 with Nicholson at the point, Hamby and Byquist at the top. Long shot, weak side rebound. Byquist tracks it down. Byquist comes across half court. Being guarded right there by the Tigers. Oh, and takes it to the hole. Little hesitation. All the way to the hole. Misses the shot. Good job by Cameron, though. Rebound comes away there. That's Lane Logan. Right side, shot from three. No good. But the long rebound on the weak side.
Long shots are going to give you long rebounds. You got to make sure you're boxing out on the weak side.
And we have been getting beat on that weak side. Basically, though, the ball has bounced in those areas. It hasn't at least bounced to somebody right under the basket. Little full court pressure by Edwardsville with an 11-point lead. Less than 2 minutes in this one. And glad you're with us here. At least you got to watch most of this. Byquist pulls up for a shot. No good, and up over the backboard. We thank those sponsors along the way. Of course, the starting lineups were brought to you by Blessing Health. 3-pointers, which we have not seen any by the Devils tonight or today, and that's Woodmart Building Center. Of course, stick around for the postgame by Hardee's. You'll also get a player of the game, and that'll be Fred Corey and the Freiburg Insurance Agency. Oh, just Fred Corey? All right. Well, that's where he works, though. Oh, just Freiburg? Well, we can say Fred works there.
Oh.
Him and Mark Freiburg. And we'll mention the whole family there pretty soon. I know Michelle Wingirter is working there now, Ray Burke's girlfriend. Found that out a couple weekends ago. 1:24 left. Tigers on defense. Devils with it top of the key. Jada Brown starts to make a drive. We've got a foul either on Simmons or, yeah, it was on Simmons. I really thought maybe the guard reached down on that one.
That's been a big-time battle, this whole ball game. Simmons and Jada Brown going at it.
They actually called Shapiro on that. I wonder about that 4. Well, let's change that back then. Now Simmons. We had 24 up on the board. We changed it over to 21. 3 team fouls apiece in the third quarter. As we mentioned, double bonus on 5.
Tough shot.
Tough shot, and then a tough foul on that one. 85 feet from the basket. Chloe Nicholson was just reaching out because the girl was coming hard on her and to put her hand out to stop her from hitting her, and she gets called for her 3rd foul. I guess you just can't have your hands out there and reach it a little bit. That was the 4th team foul against the Blue Devils in this quarter. Tigers in the half-court set. 3-pointer long. It missed everything, but it ends up right in the hand on the weak side of the Tigers.
Another offensive rebound for Edwardsville.
Drive inside. No good on the shot. Brown with a good rebound. Jada was strong in the first quarter as well. Nicholson across the back, behind the back twice. Inside, good strong move by Kate Medemeyer. Good job by Kate Medemeyer with the bucket. And since they didn't hear us earlier, Grandma and Grandpa Larry and Kathy Klauser, they're cheering at home. That broke that 7-point run. It's 29-20, Devils down with the rebound, 30 seconds left in the third quarter.
Let's get a good shot here to get this quarter done, and then, come out the fourth quarter with guns a-blazing.
Longcore starts to drive, fouled. 3 Tigers there, we'll take our pick. I watched the official, I wasn't sure what side he put the 2 on. That was on Simmons, her 3rd foul. Didn't get her in foul trouble quick enough. Team fouls are tied 4-4 in the third quarter. Simmons will take a break.
And here comes the big sophomore, Hochschild, or whatever her name is.
Yes, Kaylee.
She played well first half.
4 line on the baseline, 2 in the corner and 2 down low for the Devils. Nicholson gets it in the right corner. Longcourt comes behind, 22-footer. Oh, off the back of the iron. Nicholson avoids the foul in the corner. With the ball coming down court is Semeth. Crossover dribble. With the left hand off the glass. No good, off the iron. Longcore with the rebound and a long pass. And trying to get to Hamby, but we ran out of time. I wasn't sure either. And it's 3 quarters in the books here at O'Fallon. It's the Edwardsville Tigers 29 and your Quincy High Blue Devils 20. It's Blue Devil basketball on mechasportsco.com.
Freiburg Insurance, your local independent Pekin insurance partner, is proud to support young people in sports and academics in the Quincy area. After the game, make a note to stop by their office and discuss your current policies and future needs for your business, home, auto, and family. Pekin Insurance offers a variety of plans to meet your coverage needs. Give Freiburg Insurance a call at 217-224-7774. Go Devils.
To action here. Of course, that does help that once you do find the mixer and the computer working, you do have to move up the volume too so you and I can hear each other. So 3 quarters, 29-20. Edwardsville with the lead, and Coach, we pretty well nailed the whole first half and part of the third quarter as turnovers and not protecting the basketball for the Blue Devils.
Well, turnovers and, giving up way too many offensive second chance points, to, the Edwardsville girls. Our boxing out's got to get a lot better, especially with the 1-2-2. We got to make sure we get a body on somebody every time that ball goes up.
Well, the good news is, fourth quarter, we got 8 minutes and we're only down 9 points. The bad news is nobody's really scored much. It's 29-20 in this one.
Well, I tell you what, we've got the firepower. A couple of quick turnovers, go down, hit a couple of shots. We'll be okay if we can get it going here.
Devils come out with their lineup as Longcore tips the ball out of bounds. Same way as we started the game. Kate Medemeyer along with Madeline Hamby, Miley Longcourt, Jada Brown, and Chloe Nicholson. They've been playing a lot of that 1-2-2. Nicholson at that point when she is in there, using that 6'1" and the wide wingspan on the baseline.
Very disruptive up front.
In the half-court set, inside out, and it kicks right back out, and there's a three-pointer. This time, though, it's from the Tigers. And hitting that ball off the right side was Mia Semeth. I got her for 1 3-pointer. We'll double-check that in our post-game wrap-up. 32-20. Devils a little bit digger hole. And that's what we talked about right there. The pass to the corner, the pass back is lazy. Nobody's going to get the ball, and the defense has stepped into the passing lane.
Well, I used to always teach my kids that you got to get into the guy and then bounce out and get it. You can't just float over and expect to get it.
And there's that pass right there, a lazy pass back to the top. Defense took it away. And on the other end, an easy layup there for Madeline Madison. As we're going to have a timeout. Coach Dance wants to talk about this one. I understand that one quite well. As Edwardsville 34, Quincy High 20. We're back with more on mechasportsco.com.
In the event of a sudden, serious injury to your bones or muscles, our orthopedic trauma surgeons are equipped to care for your injuries and optimize your healing. You can get immediate orthopedic care at our Level 2 Trauma Center or Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
Back to O'Fallon, Jeff Wellman, Dave Pettit on this beautiful, beautiful Saturday afternoon for November. As we look out, we're at 50-plus degrees out here, sunshine. Well, it's out there. We can see it. It's still in the hallway out there.
So just a little reminder, stay tuned for the Hardee's post-game show along with the coaches' comments by Kunis and the player of the game by Freiburg Insurance.
Indeed. I'll tell you what, right now, better pick up and let's see something happen in the last 7 minutes and 10 seconds to put on that.
It's going to start on the defensive end. Turning the ball over, making sure, they're one and done, and then push the ball down the floor.
Got it within 9 going into this quarter, but they'll have given up the last 5 points. Inside, now look at it. Kate Medemeyer lost the handle on the ball, and they bailed her out with the foul down low.
Number 42.
Yeah, on Madison. That's Madeline Madison, her first foul. We're in the fourth quarter, so that's the first foul of the fourth quarter.
Kind of rough for us to see here with our vantage because they got their practice hoops right here, so seeing them sometimes underneath the basket's tough.
Yeah, we hit 3 baskets out. We like it. Shot no good, and then a quick release. Boy, I'll tell you what, the Tigers got the ball. Quick release to the left side, down the right side for the pass, and an easy layup by Gabby Cook.
Coach Leggett used to always teach us, your point guard, you better be back and no breakaway layups.
There we are trying to get the ball inside. That's just a tough spot to throw the basketball.
Tough pass. Tough angle to get that, do the post pass there.
Well, we've talked about different entries as well, and when you're trying to go, sometimes you have to make that pass to the wing or back out top and then reposition yourself. Shot from outside, no good. Inside position by both Tigers.
Yep.
Luckily, the Devils came out with the basketball. Cameron Byquist in the far corner, and she was fouled immediately.
That was definitely not a good job boxing out inside. But once again, you had Jada Brown out at the top of the key, challenging a shot. So, your best rebounder was at the top of the key.
Well, they got Shapiro up there for 3. And for that's the second team foul in the fourth quarter for Edwardsville. Devils have the basketball. Right side again, stepping up and just taking that ball away, going coast to coast for the left-hand layup is good. That was, Coach, I'm sorry, but when you look over there, she was standing right there just waiting for the pass, and we still forced the pass in. Jada Brown on the other end with the score. And they have done a nice job, they being the Tigers, of really sealing up and double-teaming Jada Brown early in the game. They knew a key.
Well, they've got probably 4 or 5 bodies that can run at her at any one time during this game, and I mean, bodies as big as Jada or the same size as Jada. So, it's been tough going for her, but she's battled the whole game.
Well, we really had a lot of shots outside as well. I think they picked up Loncourt as the foul was called offensively on Madeline Madison from Edwardsville. Her second foul, team foul number 3. But, yeah, even we haven't got a lot of shots off. I mean, we have Byquist has the 1 3-pointer in the third quarter. Thank you, Woodmart Building Center. When you got to throw that out there when you only have 1.
Yeah.
And the other night, I believe, we had at least, I think we had 6 threes the other night. Actually, we did have 6. Thank you.
Well, yeah, different quality competition.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is a very, very good team.
Yeah, and they have covered on the outside. They have looked for Loncourt and tried to find her.
Well, and this is a very deep team because they've gone 9-10 deep. Edwardsville has, and they haven't lost a whole lot going deep.
Third foul on Mia Semeth. 1 more, and we'll be shooting 2 fouls. Now, that's the good thing the rest of the way out. And a drive to the basket. Speaking of shooting 2, There it is right there. And more importantly, Semeth, her 4th foul, 4 of them in the second quarter, or in the second half, I should say. And that was just having your foot in the wrong place.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll take it.
Yeah.
Jada Brown's 4 for 4 tonight. And excuse me, folks, it is still daytime, although the night will be here soon.
Well, the opportunity to put points on the board while the clock's not moving. You got to take advantage of these opportunities.
Yep, dead ball points as we always call them, Coach. And that was, we never want to give them up. Our good guy out here with the O'Fallon checking on us if we're okay. And we're like, well, if you knew something about mixers, maybe then we might have found our voice earlier.
Oh.
Second one, no good. Long rebound. Ooh, an extra step. Now, that was an awful quick one right in front of us here. And so now we've seen, but again, you've got to know that. As a player, when you see a touch foul, then you got to realize that's how it's called. Don't reach.
Well, and to be honest with you, if we start getting closer to where this is going to be a closer ball game and we want to put them on the line, we've only got 1 foul in this quarter. We're going to have to start being more aggressive on the defensive end.
Last one was called on Brown, not Longcrow. I thought Miley actually reached in on that one. Inside 5 minutes left in this one. Devils with a steal.
That's a good stop right there.
Devils are down 38-23. Long pass out here on the left side. It goes inside the block. Brown with a fake. Brown with a step in. Oh, and she tried to go reverse. Now there she had a little check of the body, but still took the ball behind and picked it up a little soon before she had to get back out in front of the basket.
Yep.
But a good try there.
Either that or just go right back into her and put it up on that side and force the contact.
Simmons strong inside, matches up well with her physically.
Very strong. Oh, yeah.
Edwardsville with the basketball. High post is Simmons.
It's been fun watching those two go at it. You know, the sophomore versus the senior.
And again, remember, that's I said, our sophomore last year had a great freshman year, stud, but Simmons.
They'll be coming for her this year.
Off the right side, using Simmons with the screen. 4 on the perimeter, as it's been most of the game, with Simmons or whoever working the post. Drive to the basket. Oh, I actually thought that Miley knocked it out. And on that one, if Miley just slid over a second, she got lucky that she lost the ball there and went out for the Devils.
Well, and the Blue Devils down there man-to-man, but they got to still put more pressure on the ball.
Well, and with 8 players, too, this is when you run in late into a game, too.
Yep.
No kick. Oh, that's right. It was thrown. Good pass from her knees inside Jada Brown. Whoa. Miley had fallen down in the right corner, and from her knees she made that pass to Jada Brown cutting to the basket. Jada will shoot 2.
Once again, an opportunity with the clock stopped to throw 2 more points on the board. Maybe look at doing a diamond-in-one press or something. See if you can force a quick turnover and get another bucket. Get some momentum going.
Foul was called on Lainey McFarland. Her first of the game. She's played pretty physical and done a nice job without committing a foul. Second one good, so Brown hits another one. She's got 7 out of 8 on the ball game. The Devils have run off the last 5 points, most from the free throw line. Still down by 13 with 3:30 left.
Need to pressure the ball, ladies. Get out and get after it. Let's go.
Matching up man-to-man now for the Devils. Brown doesn't need to go too far out on Simmons. She's out behind the arc. Don't let her get a step on you and let her take the 3.
Get on pressure. Don't, challenge every pass now, gals. Let's go.
And that's what's happening right now. A lot of switches and just quick passing on the perimeter, trying to kill the clock. And I thought we maybe would get an offensive foul again, but instead, wow, we're here with 3 minutes left in the game. We're going to talk about 2 players getting physical inside and saying settle down. All right. That was Kate Medemeyer called on that one. For Kate, it's her 3rd foul of the ball game. Devils only their 2nd in this quarter. So they're 3 more away, like you said, Coach, from having to put anybody on the line. And it is the double bonus, which we lose the old 1-and-1 and the chance of early strategy. I still dislike that just from the strategy point. And the fact you're giving a person who might not hit a free throw a 1-and-1, 2 shots. Back to the action, though. Inside 3 minutes here. Simmons with the basketball. Out around the arc. Brown is on her. Crossover, but goes nowhere. Kicks out Gabby Cook at the top. Kate Medemeyer on her. There's a screen by Cook. Taking it around was Shapiro. Back to Simmons. It goes inside. Kate's got to get strong. She makes her kick it back out. Still on the perimeter, killing a lot of clock, down 13. Simmons trying to see something. A backdoor cut. And a good backdoor cut. Gabby Cook. Longcrow was trying to sneak up and help.
Yeah.
Trying to get a steal in the double team. And as soon as Gabby Cook took that cut to the basket, that was a nice pass by Simmons for the easy bucket. Now possibly an and 1.
Edwardsville is well coached. Let's face it, they handle the ball well. They take care of it. The Blue Devils are out there, putting pressure on the wing. Went back door, good pass. Took it up strong to the hole.
Hamby committed the foul, her 3rd, and Cook with the bucket. She completes the 3-pointer unofficially. She's got 9. We'll double check that with the big board right after the ball game. Lazy pass back over here to Nicholson. Luckily, oh my. Well, I can't say on that one. We're at half court. The defense flew by, thought it touched the ball. It went into the backcourt. Nicholson picked it up and was called for over and back. So obviously she was right on that being the official. So good call. Approaching 2 minutes left in this one, down 16. Well, what a contrast in teams that we've played. Oh, we're going to call a double foul. But at the same time, they're telling Coach Young to sit down. So I only saw 2 of the Devils in the same place. I saw Brown and Longcor called 2 on the Devils. I'm not really sure what took
Stranger
place.
things have maybe happened.
But
maybe.
whatever, it is going this way. Now, that could be the ultimate possession arrow, but it does put up number 14 for 4 fouls, which would be Longcore. And then on the other end,
23.
it would be a foul on McFarland. So she does call the double fouls. Longcore with a 4th. Okay. Now they're discussing, because they probably, if there's double foul, they would go to the jump ball. And the arrow was pointing towards Edwardsville, so now we got that lined up. So glad you could join us here. It's Coach Pettit and Jeff Wellman here on megasportsco.com, another season. Tuesday, of course, we were up there at Quincy as the Devils won their first. Next week, we've got Rocky coming in on Tuesday for the Blue Devil girls. Thursday, of course, it's Thanksgiving tournament, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And is it Friday that the girls also sneak a game in mid-afternoon?
Yes, against Belleville-Altoff. So we'll get a chance to look at them and see how they are this year.
Very good as well. And actually, the assistant coach for Edwardsville is from Belleville-Altoff. She gave me the pronunciations, and I just kind of in our chat there found out that she was an alumni of Altoff. 2:12 left in this one. 41-25, and you haven't scored but 25 this far into the game. I don't know, a 16 for the post might be a little tough, but let's see what the D can do, because Edwardsville handles the basketball well. Doing a little, not really in North Carolina, but they're running the 2-1-2 with the post player in the middle. Exchanging out here, just basically just crossing over, making the exchange, keeping the ball away from the basket, making the Devils work. Well, and I'm sure Coach is going to really pinpoint what we have talked about early in the game, and no one heard it, but basically it was the laziness of the passes on an experienced team like this. You can't be lazy, as we all know, and a lot of these teams, when the pass goes to a wing or goes somewhere, these teams automatically step into the passing lane on defense. That's a given. Foul was called on Byquist, her second foul, and that will send the Tigers to the line. Shooting 2 shots is Sophie Shapiro. Misses the first. She's got one more.
She's a good-looking sophomore. That's for darn sure. I mean, last year averaging, 8-9 points a game, and
Devils got a great-looking team, though. I will say that. They're going to be a lot of fun to watch this year. I guess I missed 2 points here earlier, Coach. It's 42-25. Inside, Jada Brown with a bucket. Unless that was Longcore, because
that was Longcore. Okay,
the basket right there cut me off, as we always, at least it didn't cut off the fans out there watching. Approaching the last 1 minute, 10 seconds left in this one. So the Devils going to fall to 1-1 on the season. Edwardsville will improve, and they'll be up to 2-0 as they won last night against Pleasant Plains. Now, I thought we had.
Tell you what, I think Edwardsville's got a chance down here in the Southwestern Conference to, and we saw Fountain, the game before. I think Edwardsville can play with them.
Oh, she had the and one. All righty. I was thinking they were off 1 point as well. 43.6 seconds left, 42-27. Although I had 30 for us, but you know what? That's because I gave that three-pointer a little earlier to us when Gabby Cook made the nice move. I try to help out whenever possible, Glad I got the eraser on you.
You're not sitting at the right bench.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Shapiro with the second one, no good. So 42-27, Devils get the rebound. That did make sense why I put that over there. Longcore steps down. Longcore fires off the front of the iron. Miley does a good job of fouling her shot. The 14-footer, good. Miley gets the score in there. We have 2 scores in this quarter. The last 2 hadn't scored since the first quarter. And now Tigers throw the ball away with pressure. Nicholson and Byquist right there. So 23.4. Back in on the other side, Kaylee Hauschaud. She's had a nice ball game as well. Yeah. Been big inside and been very strong.
Well, I say between her and Simmons rotating in, on Jada, you had 2 big bodies that were banging her all day long.
And that's why last year you had Foley in there with some size as well. Even though Jada was a freshman, you had the senior Taylor Foley that did a nice job of taking some of it off. Cutting to the basket. Good job. Good pass inside. Shot Byquist, no good. It was a good pass from the corner. just into the ball game. And I know it wasn't Emma Bunchen in the game because she is hurt. Oh, Gay, Gay. She is up today, and I believe that is her because I don't have her in my book. He said we're going to have a player and added to the lineup since Emma Bunch is hurt. Byquist to the basket, block shot inside. Tigers throw it down court. 4 seconds left. No reason to shoot. And the buzzer goes off. And there's your final score here in O'Fallon. Devil just almost, Coach, you would almost say it was like, the bus trip, and they never got their legs when they got here. Now, I know that's not it because, again, we've traveled, and a lot of these girls, play summer ball as well. But I think it was one of those situations where we were lazy early, and we were lazy with passes. And the key is when you make that pass, if you're not going somewhere and you're going to come back for the pass, step towards the pass because the defense has already stepped in the passing lanes. Plus, we made some longer passes, and the girls really closed down from Edwardsville quite well.
Oh, yeah. Well, like I say, Edwardsville, good, solid team. They're going to battle for the Southwestern. I don't know if they're as good as Alton, but they're every good as O'Fallon, and that's the team that, beat them twice last year. So that's going to be a good team. And once again, that's a very young team also. So we'll be hearing from them later on in the year also.
Indeed. Well, that'll do it for the regular portion of our broadcast. Of course, stick around. We've got the Hardy's post-game show. We'll pick a player of the game, and that's brought to you by Freiburg Insurance. And we'll also hear from Coach and the coach's comments, as we always know from QNS. And so the final score here at O'Fallon, it's the Edwardsville Tigers 42 and your Quincy High Blue Devils 29. And you've been listening to Blue Devil Basketball right here on mechasportsco.com.
Freiburg Insurance, your local independent Pekin insurance partner, is proud to support young people in sports and academics in the Quincy area. After the game, make a note to stop by their office and discuss your current policies and future needs for your business, home, auto, and family. Pekin Insurance offers a variety of plans to meet your coverage needs. Give Freiburg Insurance a call at 217-224-7774. Go Devils.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
And Woodmart, your fine sponsor of the 3-point sponsor. Only had one of those today. But when you want to get building a house or you're remodeling, stop by Woodmart and see Kevin. It can be the kitchen. It can be the bath. They do a great job of sitting down and actually mapping out your ideas and putting in their professionalism as well. You'll hear Kevin talking about this throughout the season on his ads. And we'll talk about wood, old wood, new wood, good wood. It's some pretty good conversation, actually. So lumber, hardware, doors, windows, decks, floorings, siding, and so much more to area contractors who want the best. It's Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th in Quincy. And we're back here at O'Fallon in the postgame show brought to you by Hardy's. Coach, I'll tell you, it was a tough one. The game started off, not really that bad in the first quarter. It was slow as far as scoring. We were tied at 5. Edwardsville got the lead 9-5, and then after the Devils hit a bucket, 9-7, gave up one free throw. After one quarter, Devils are down 10-7. Second quarter, down 10-8, 8-point run. That was the key right there to get up. Actually, I got a 6-point run, 8-point lead. That's right. So it was 16-8, but the Devils came back with the next 7 points. Went down at half, only 18-15. Third quarter, though, Devils only scored a 3-pointer and a bucket. 5 points. And on the other side, after the first 4 points of the quarter by Edwardsville, it was 7 points in the middle there, and they're down 29-20. Here's where it kicks off, though, the fourth quarter. You come in, you're only down 9. You think, there might be a possibility, and you give up the first 9 points of the third quarter. You're down 38-20, and you just battle. Now, I will say the Devils battled back with a quick 5, gave up a 3-point plus, on the and 1. And a free throw, then scored the last 4 points of the game. So the fourth quarter picked it up, but as you and I talk about, first of all, you can't wait that late into a game, and especially when you've got a squad like this. This team really needs to get leads early and get rest, because the same girls are going to be running the floor, and you've got to be – and I liked, running the floor. I loved the girls just go run. Of course, that's the college level, and you just bring them. But tonight is just one of those situations where we got behind and there was no answer to ever get back into it.
Well, and, basically Edwardsville, bringing, 6, 7, 8, and 9, off the bench and not losing anything, and the Blue Devil girls are, down to 8 right now, with an injury. So, it's one of those things. I think we kind of, lost our legs a little bit, started the fourth quarter, into the fourth quarter. But, I liked how they came back and continued to fight, to cut it down to shoot a 13-point game. And, I saw a lot of good things tonight from the Lady Blue Devils.
Coach, you're going to be amazed. I only missed 2 points in all of that technical stuff and all that. I missed 2 points on the other side, and I'm quite impressed with that. I'm patting myself on the back a little bit there, if people only knew. All right, I'll tell you what, we're going to take a quick break, come back, give you the box, and, of course, we'll hear from Coach when he gets up there as well. You're in the Hardee's postgame show. It's meccasportsco.com.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
And we are back. Yeah, we got the third game of the night here. We're in the Hardee's postgame show. I got to hear that, because I do want to hear if Jeff, the biscuit maker, is still getting there early and what Brian is doing there at Hardee's. I know he's got a $6.99 special I had heard not long ago, so and we did not have the feedback on that one. So I'm going to have to sit there and listen, because I want to know where to get that sandwich. Of course, it's Hardee's. All right, Coach, here we go. I'm going to give you the unofficial scoring.
All right, well, Hardee's at 30th and Broadway. We got to make sure.
Thank you very much.
30th and Broadway.
Unlike the old days where all 3 were owned by the same guys, which was Daly, Willer, and Earhart. It is Brian Harms has been out there. And Brian started out there years ago, and you were out there working with him at one time, you and Lisa.
He was my manager for many years while I worked there.
There you go. Nice job, Brian. That means you must have turned out pretty good.
Well,
Coach Pettit did. Hey, look at the scoring here for the it's unofficial, but we got the numbers right, at least on the Devil side. Jada Brown ended up with 11 points tonight. Miley Longcore hit those 4 in the fourth quarter. She had 8. 6 from Cameron Byquist, 3 from Kate Medemeyer, and a single one from Mia Ellifritz. We had Hamby in there, and also Nicholson not scoring. And then also we had Gay showing up in the lineup late. I got one question for him, and you can take it after that then. So, Coach, we're going to spin around here, and I'm going to send you my headset here after that. We're going to do some flip-flopping. Well, I'm sure it's not the obviously the outcome you wanted, but it's kind of the things we talk about in coaching. The other night we played a Jacksonville team that we weren't lazy, but you could make the passes there. Here tonight, Edwardsville does such a good job once you make the pass of stepping in the passing lane. Or when you try to make a pass across court, it was a lot of lazy passes and turnovers that were just not us.
Yeah, and we talked about that at the halftime. That or after the game, I thought the first half we competed. We fought through some things. We got better. We had some injuries, some foul trouble, but we competed. We're down 3 at halftime. Second half, I didn't feel we competed. We got lazy. We started hanging our heads, feeling sorry for ourselves. We run a play to start the second half, get the ball 2 feet out, and we're passing out, and then we end up turning over. They come down and shoot a layup. We can't. We run a set play for a certain person. You get in that spot, you got to shoot it. A lot of the passes later in the game definitely became lazier. We were feeling sorry for ourselves, and we talked about that. We got to have the next play mentality where you screw up. Well, I got to get back because I don't want to let my team down twice. So we talked about that, and I told you guys before the season that it's going to be a learning process for this group. That it's not all going to click every night, and that's why we play these games now. Yes, I'd like to have played a little better, especially in the second half, but I think there's a lot we can learn from. And that's why I told the girls, we just got to make sure that we come out. And if we compete for 32 minutes, I think we can be a pretty solid team. But we can't be lazy on offense.
Well, and, that was the one thing I was comparing, at the beginning, of the game, that it's almost like looking in the mirror. Last year they were all freshmen and sophomores. This year you guys are, and they're sophomores and juniors. And last year at the end of the season, they ended up winning 9 out of their last 10 before, they lost to Alton in the regionals. So, I look forward to the growth, of this team during the year.
Yeah, and I feel we're going to continue to get better. I mean, it's a good group of girls. They're going to work. But I challenged them a little bit about coming in and competing every day and making sure that we're working and not just going through the motions. And it's no secret. I mean, we played pretty good defense. We got better as the game went on defensively, and I think our 1-2-2 looked all right. But we've got to make sure that our scorers got to be able to put the ball in the basket for us too. And we left a lot of points out there tonight, and hopefully that won't happen on Tuesday.
Well, and another key area I thought where they got you guys was on the weak side glass. With their offensive rebounds and their putbacks.
Yeah, and we talked about that, and that's the hardest spot in the 1-2-2 is that opposite wing. And when we didn't, we got to the we were late getting to the spot, and it was just one of those things that you got to be very physical down there, that opposite guard, because you're going against one or sometimes two people.
Oh, yeah.
And but they got to fly to the ball, and we didn't. And Edwardsville really went after the ball on their end, and I mean they attacked the glass hard. So credit to them today.
Well, and that's another thing that Edwardsville had those two big girls underneath. They beat on Jada.
They did,
the whole game.
Yeah.
And I mean, she worked her butt off.
She did
for her points.
And I know she was frustrated, but I thought she played all right. And I know she was disappointed because I know she felt she left a lot of points on the board. But we expect an awfully lot out of her. And but we've got to do a better job of getting her the ball. And we talked about her staying higher, not coming so low. So it's all adjustment, and we'll continue to get better.
I'm glad Coach asked that because that's what I was thinking too. That Jada last year she had Taylor Foey, who was you go 1-2 big there.
Yeah.
They can send as many at you as you want, but when you've got two girls rotating and making her work that much harder.
Yeah, it makes it tough on her, and we knew that they had those two bigs, and then they brought the one girl in that transferred, and so that helped them off the bench. And we don't have that size, and it's no secret. We want to go through her. We want to go through Miley, and I thought Miley did a really good job, especially in the first half. She kind of kept us in it, kept her composure, did what was needed. So.
The good news is, Coach, it's only the second game of the year.
That's what I told the girls.
We got a lot of work to do and a lot of fun, and this was even tonight or today when we watched, you saw some good key points out there. But again, we also saw some things that it's good that they didn't come out, after the first game and you think, hey, man, we're pretty good, because you got to keep yourself each week and prep up.
Yeah, and they'll continue to do that. We just got to keep, Monday we'll get back at it, and Tuesday we're back on the court again. So looking forward to it Tuesday night.
Have a safe trip back home, and then we'll see you for Rocky.
Sounds good. We'll see you. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate it.
You got it. And that's Brad Dance there joining us in the post game. It's the coaches' comments, and of course they're brought to you by QHS Auto Group. And, of course, Jeff Kahn still out there trying to play golf because it's nice weather. Get out and enjoy it tomorrow. Thank you, QHS.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
And we are back here at O'Fallon, and glad Coach could come up after this. And, again, we came down here last year, looked really good the first game, and then we played O'Fallon. And that gave us a kind of a shock to say, hey, look, folks, this is where they are. This is where you are, so it's going to take a little time to get there.
Well, and this is where we want to be. Hey, let's put it like that because, coming down here and competing in this league, against the top three teams, it's going to be a tough nut to crack for anybody.
Hey, let's talk about, in that pregame, too, we never did mention, Lori Blade coached down here all those years. She got a second, and a fourth. A second and the fourth went back-to-back with Kate Martin from the Iowa Hawkeyes, who's playing professionally right now.
Oh, yeah.
Not a bad matchup there. And a run for them one year they're undefeated, and they lost, 2 years in a row they were undefeated and lost one game at state in the championship. The next year they lost two. But one year they went to state undefeated, or one loss, Notre Dame game that lost 48-44 at the pit, and that was quite the game as well. Hey, let's break down the Freiburg Insurance Player of the Game. Coach, pretty obvious on this one because we really had only one player to shine as far as offensively. Miley did keep us in the game early, but as far as on the rebounds, working so hard inside with double teams, was Jada Brown.
Jada did a heck of a job tonight. Like I say, doing battle against a as tall and physical, front line. She held her own with, she have 11 points tonight. Probably pretty close to maybe double digits in reboundings because she basically was a beast on the boards tonight.
Indeed. So your Freiburg Insurance Player of the Game tonight, Jada Brown. We'll hear from Freiburg Insurance. We'll come back here to wrap up right after that.
For many, your home and auto are two of the biggest investments you'll make. With well-planned coverage from Pekin Insurance, you can rest easy. At Freiburg Insurance in Quincy, they're ready to talk with you about covering the things you care about most: your home, your car, and your family. At Freiburg Insurance, they'll be glad to review your insurance needs and put together a policy that fits you and your budget. Call 217-224-7774 and rest easy knowing you're covered by Pekin Insurance.
And back here at O'Fallon here, and I tell you what, thank you to all the listeners and viewers today, I should say, because not only do you give us feedback, but like today when we were having the first half having audio problems, I love it when they always say, hey, I know you know this, but we appreciate that, and especially when our old producer, actually our old program director, Steve Bowl from Game Night, was one of them saying, hey, just a little shout out to you out there. So keep those things coming, folks. Keep watching and listening to the Blue Devil girls, and we got the Blue Devil boys next week. But Tuesday, Rocky, 7 o'clock at Quincy High. And then, of course, like we mentioned, lots of Thanksgiving, lots of turkey, and lots of hoops.
Yeah, and, basically it's going to be fun. We get into the Western Big Six schedule, and, the girls should be trying to win that. They should be in the hunt for that, so we'll see if they can, bounce back from, this loss today and come back against Rocky on Tuesday.
A lot of good things in the conference, as we'll expect Alleman to be good again. Also, Galesburg was good. East Moline sent the AWU girl to North Carolina State, but they still have the other big girl.
Yeah.
So a lot of excitement in the conference, and should be a lot of fun. I just can't wait, and I know we're going to have fun here on MechaSportsCo.com.
Yep, let's go.
Sounds like a winner. We're back in the cars. And hey, by the way, folks, keep an eye on our Facebook and all that. You'll get to see, a look at both our cars and Mecha Sports Co. as well as QHS, the Devils and the Raiders logos as well. And we'll be shining our basketball team all over the Midwest.
Yep, that's it.
Sounds like a winner. So for Coach Pettit, I'm Jeff Wellman. Glad you could be with us today. The final here at O'Fallon, it was the Edwardsville Tigers 42 and the Quincy High Blue Devils 29. Glad you'd be with us. And, of course, it was right here on MechaSportsCo.com. Good night, everyone.
In the event of a sudden, serious injury to your bones or muscles, our orthopedic trauma surgeons are equipped to care for your injuries and optimize your healing. You can get immediate orthopedic care at our Level 2 Trauma Center or Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.